What's going on? We're in the studio, and yes, I am wearing the coolest shirt. If you like this, I will put a link for it in the description below, along with this very, very cool product we're going to check out today. This comes from LARP Gears, and this is a Scarecrow, pumpkin head Scarecrow. You know I love this kind of stuff. Let's get right into it. Up top, you got your user guide and directions. Very, very easy setup. And yes, you can customize this thing to make it look as creepy as you want. This is a very, very cool and fun way to put a Scarecrow in your garden, or of course, decorate for Halloween, that spooky season that you know we all love. First, we got the pumpkin head. Very, very cool. It's got the little two prongs that go right down into the frame up top. Super easy assembly and very effective prop here. You can customize this however you want and make it look really, really creepy. You got real burlap here for the hat. This is a plastic material. It is hollow in the back there. As you can see, full metal frame construction all around. You've got the outfit here. And this is very cool. You got all kinds of straw hanging out of the bottom where the feet are and the hands. You've got the jacket, which is real burlap, and you've got that cool plaid t-shirt. This is very, very cool. It's all one piece, so it's really, really simple to go together. And of course, you can customize this. Really, really nice. The sewing and the stitching is really, really nice. It's really high quality. Very, very cool. This is good for all the weather, all the temperature outdoors. So it's really basic, really easy setup, yet so cool. Any kind of pumpkin Scarecrow, you know I am all in on that. Lastly, in the box here, you do have all of the metal frame and also your foam pieces. This is the arms right here. They simply clip right into the top piece that the head goes onto, and then this goes out, and you can make your arms however you want to make them. You've got a left and a right on those pieces. So you got your left and your right arm there. You got your ground spike here, or your ground stake. Every one of these is going to have your spring pins in it, and then you have all of your connecting rods, which is going to give it that height. Looks like we got 5 total. They are all the same length and exactly the same, so it does not matter how you stack these up together. Very simple with any kind of spring pin. You've got your hole there. You just push the spring pin in, line it up, and there you go. It pops right out. So you go ahead and connect all 5 of those on the top there. Doesn't matter which one you put on. And then, of course, on the top, you have the very top piece. This is what the head goes onto. And here on the sides, this is what the arms go onto. Just imagine you have all 5 of those together on the ground stake. It's the exact same thing on the top. It just slides right on. Then you put your head on and your arms, and I will demonstrate that. So your Scarecrow pumpkin head simply goes right down into those little pieces right there. Now, once you have your head on there, your arms are labeled as left and right. So you will get your left hand here, and it will simply slide right on just like the head there. And then you've got your right hand. And you do need to make sure you have left and right, because the spacing for the connection point is actually not as wide on the right hand. So it is left and right to a specific side here. We'll go ahead and get this thing all together. We'll get the clothes on and get this out in the yard. Of course, I'm going to customize this, which will be a later video, but I do want to get this thing out just so everybody can see it. Go ahead and get yours ordered. These things are probably going to sell out. They're very, very affordable. It's a very easy way to decorate for Halloween, and you can customize this. Get yourself some of those acrylic paints, put the paint on there. You can do any kind of blood or greens or brown. You can go ahead and get some dyes and some stains and some fake blood and really make this thing really, really cool. You know I love this Halloween stuff. Thank you to LARP Gears for sending this to me. Now, if you're working on a table like me, just remove the bottom stake and maybe a couple of the bottom rods. That way you've got some room to work on your table. You can always add those back on the bottom as soon as you're done. Of course, if you're outside and you got all kinds of room, you can leave all that connected. So you're gonna go ahead and take the top frame and slide it in the neck here, just like that, very easy. That way you can get the arms lined up and everything ready to go. Then you can go ahead and take your rod from the inside and go ahead and connect it in there right inside the neck, just like that. Plenty of room to get your hands in here and work. It's just a little difficult to get this shot on camera. But you just push the spring pin in and it's connected just that easy. Go ahead and straighten up your frame a little bit with your arms, and you're going to go ahead and slide your arms right in. So once you slide your foam arm piece in there, you simply hook it into the top frame, exactly like I showed you already, and then you grab your other arm, slide it right inside the body, just the same. You can bend those arms around however you want. Of course, you can add stuff to this. You could get some hands, you could add hands on here, you could go get more straw, you can wrap rope around this guy. Endless possibilities to make this thing as cool or as creepy as you want to make it. Of course, if you want to leave it just like this, it's absolutely fine. You can go ahead and put this out in your garden so you got the coolest scarecrow in the garden around. Of course, you could also leave it just the way it is from the manufacturer. Put this out for Halloween and you have something out there really, really cool to decorate with that's not so creepy and so scary if you got the little ones that are scared. Of course, if you're like me, you really, really make everything scary and creepy as possible. And lastly, you are going to lift this guy up and put your head on. Once you have everything lined up how you want it, you've got your frame sticking up the top here, you're going to get your head, go ahead and slide that right on. If you wanted to, you could get yourself a zip tie and put that on there right so. And you could go ahead and fill this body up if you want, or you can leave it just how it is. It's absolutely ready to go right out of the box. All you have to do is the very quick and easy assembly. I love this thing. I think it is really, really cool. I love LARP gears. They sent this one to me to go ahead and do a review on. They also sent me the Flying Ghost, which I did a video on. I absolutely love that too. This thing is going to get 100% customized. It's going to look completely different the next time you see it. But as for this review video, I absolutely love it. I'm going to go ahead and get the bottom stakes on here. We're going to stick it out in the garden and see just how this thing looks outside. Scaring the crows away already. This thing is really, really cool. Such a fun and cool way to add a scarecrow to your garden, and absolutely easy. Assembly is so easy on this thing. Just about anybody could do it. I'm right at 5'8" on a good day, and if I measure this guy from the ground to the top, we're right at 100 inches. So that's like 8'4". This thing is towering and very, very easy to put in and out of the ground. Those stakes are really, really nice. You just get it as level as you can. You can throw a level on here if you want it to be really, really level, and then you just push it right down into the ground with your feet, and that's it. It's really, really cool. It's gonna flow in the wind. Of course, you can fill this thing up if you want, get some stuffing, do any kind of customization to this thing. However you want to do it, make it your own. I am going to leave this thing out here in the garden for about 2 to 3 weeks, let it get really, really weathered, and then I'm going to customize this thing and make it so cool for Halloween decoration. See, just a quick idea here. I have this pumpkin head tombstone that I made. Will look very, very cool in front of this. You can see how it's flowing now in the wind. It looks really, really cool. So for me, adding some details and customizing this scarecrow, you could really make this a very cool, menacing prop. I do want to note that all of the rods here have a nice black rust resistant coating on there, so you won't have to worry about any of the elements. This thing is made to be outside. It's made to handle the weather. It is a garden scarecrow, so don't be afraid to put this thing outside. Just the way it is from the manufacturer. It's very cool, very menacing. It's huge, 8 foot 4 inches. I absolutely love this. If you need a scarecrow or any kind of ideas for Halloween, I highly recommend this. Great for the garden, great for Halloween, great for any kind of spooky decoration. If you're looking to get into any kind of DIY Halloween decorations, this is an excellent start because it's such a good base and so easy to go together. You could customize this really, really easy and make it your own. I am gonna make this guy super, super scary and super spooky with hay bales and of course my tombstone right here. Thank you all for watching. The link will be in the description below. Of course, I know you love that shirt. Go ahead and check this guy out. Get one for yourself. Thank you, LARP Gears, for sending this to me. Well, you know I had to do it. Since LARP Gear sent me the flying ghost, yes, I had to go ahead and put that out too. If you want the super scariest, creepiest garden to keep all the critters out and no crows come around, of course, go ahead and get both of these. Extremely cool way to add some liveliness to your garden and, of course, Halloween decorations.